Welcome to an episode of First Use, and in today's video I'm going to go through the West Coast Eagles. Now, I did a video on them in round 7 versus Hawthorn and got a lot of likes, a lot of views, a lot of comments in relation to them bombing it. I'm going to compare that game against Hawthorn in comparison to Geelong on the weekend. You're going to see a massive improvement in the way they use the ball, particularly off the half-back line. So the ability to take grass, so go at the defender, but also to use the hands away from the contest to their teammate facing their goals. Massive improvement. I love the way they work the ball. They didn't get the 4 points, but geez, they showed some massive improvements to the West Coast Eagles. I'm going to go through those videos now and just give you a bit of a snapshot on how much they've changed their game style. Okay, so this is round 7. So there's Hawthorn bombs it in, they're forward 50. So bomb it in and loose ball. There's the loose ball to get. So Duggan picks up the ball and then bang, straight on the boot instead of using the hands. So what this created, there's unrewarded running. The unrewarded running is the ability to run to space and try to get used, but you don't. So in this game particularly, it just really suffocated those unrewarded runners because they just weren't used. So then they just basically knew that they were going to bomb it, so they stopped running pretty much. Stark difference to what it was on the weekend. So ball comes in, Harley, this is still round 7, gets it. Could have given the hands. And just happy to bomb it. Turnover. So ball's coming through the middle. Another contested footy. Picks up the ball. Bang. Doesn't give the hands. Another turnover. Ball goes deep inside Hawthorn's forward 50. Good contest. Hands back, which is really good. Bang. On the boot. Another turnover. So that was round 7 against Hawthorn. Now let's have a look at what they did on the weekend against Geelong. So ball's on the half-back line. Baker puts his hands up. That's something they've really changed as well. The ability to put the hands up, take the tackle. But look at this. Handball. Guy facing their goals. Another hand pass. Come out of that stoppage or come out of that contested area. Kick. So instead of bombing it like they were in round 7, they're using their hands to get free. They're using their hands to get out of this congestion. So be able to move the ball by hand, use their feet and drive their legs. And then the ability to spread. So spread on the 45. Just spread. Once they see they've got possessions, just spread. When they played against Hawthorn, there was a lot of this spread, but because they were bombing it, it was a turnover. And in the first half against Geelong, they did that a little bit, but the way they got back in the game, particularly in the third quarter, second and third quarter, was the ability to use their hands and be able to use those players coming. So the ball's on the half-back line for the Eagles. And there's that hand pass away. But then Duggan gets on his boot. But they sort of get away with this here. That's Oscar Allen. Great contest to come at the ball. Great contest. But there's Kelly spreading. And what I love about this is he gets Stewart to make a decision. So in round 7, most of the players would just bomb it. Get it out of the contest. They work so hard to get the ball back. But what Kelly does here is really good. So he senses and then gets him to make a decision. That's so important. You take that grass, take that space. So now he's in a position. If he goes too early, then that's where Stewart comes off so he can defend. But because Kelly's got the ball in his hand, goes at the defender, makes him to make a decision. So they run the ball down the wing, goes inside forward 50 for a contest. Still bobbling around, still keeping his feet though. Really important to keep your feet in the contest. Luca gets it, kicks their first goal. So work rate, spread, But also just the hands, really good from Kelly to actually go at Stewart and get him to make a decision. So ball comes in D50 for West Coast Eagles, so obviously in Geelong's forward 50. Watch this ball movement. And now compare that to what happened against Hawthorn. Look at this. 1 hand pass, 2 hand passes, and they're out. Great decision. So the crisscross, using their hands. Look at all the numbers they've got down in their D50. Against Hawthorn, what they'll do is they bomb it out, and then all of a sudden they wonder why there was a turnover and they're getting a shot on goal. Then movement. In his vision. Comes into his vision. The ability to play on. Get the ball going. Great kick into the centre, and that turns out to be a free kick and a 50-metre penalty. So that ball movement in congestion, releasing the hand pass, it's not in tight, it's good release, change the angles, really impressive. So it's going towards the Cats forward line, so they're going right of screen. Just Jaden Hunt getting front and centre. But just watch the execution here. It's such a massive 1 hand pass, gets his arms clear, takes the contact, hands, out. So brilliant play. Just ability to use the hands. So this is where handball games come into play. You don't want to bomb it. Hold possession. Take the ground. Get your arms in the air. And now you get the free player out. And this is where Harley Reid goes down and kicks his goal. So in congestion is what they've really sharpened up. The ability to use the hands, support each other, run from behind, but most importantly, hand pass away from the contest to their teammate facing their goals. So even this from the ruckman, it's just a noticeable difference. Go away. Facing his goals. That way. So really good play. So give it away. Could have used it to Graham, but gets on the boot. This is when Kelly gets his goal. So out of the congestion again. Pushes, Kelly goal. So really smart play. Give the hand pass away. Give it to your player that's facing your goals. West Coast Eagles going right of screen. So this is once again, the ability to win the contest but get the arms free, get them up and get the hand pass back and be able to get a shot on goal. So great awareness here from Kelly. Gets his arms free. Go away from the goals to someone facing their goals. Really important. Massive difference from what it was in round 7. Graham hits up a shot on goal. So that ability to give away is so important. That's ball in possession. That's not just giving away, bombing it, and giving it back to the opposition. Right, so this is the last clip. It just shows you. So we're deep inside Geelong's forward line. Just watch how it ends up in West Coast Eagles forward 50, and there's a bit here, a bit there, but you can see the intent. You can see their desperation. You can see their want. This is really impressive play here. They don't get a goal from it, but it shows you how they're working for each other and linking up. So it's deep and win the ball, hand pass. Hand pass again. So using their hands, creating support from behind, but using their hand and going at the defender. So taking that space. Grass. A bit of a dump kick, but they get lucky with that. But then it's the ability to spread. You can see the numbers here. All spreading on the 45. Even these players here. We've got possession. Let's go. So really good offensive run. But hands from behind. So now he has a decision to make, but he doesn't want to bomb it. He wants to go at the defender. Get him to make a decision. They've got numbers. They've got ball and possession. So once again, smart play. Really impressive play. Use the hands. Use the hands again. Take the space. Right, we're out. Let's use it. So come up the play. Then they got the numbers. So tap it on. There's Graham, who's down on the back line. Really good offensive running. They just keep pushing it on. inside 450, great contest. He's trying to get it back in his vision for support, but it doesn't come off, goes out of bounds. But the point of that whole contest was the ability to use the hands and be able to work for each other. So as you can see, the difference between round 7 against Hawthorn and now on the weekend against Geelong, just the ability to work for each other, run in numbers, get the hand pass away to their teammate facing their goals. It was really impressive from the West Coast Eagles, and shows a massive upside in the improvement and the ability, especially from the half-back line, to work in numbers. Let's go to the whiteboard and show you a drill that you can use, you can implement to help you with creating this working in numbers and giving the handball release. All right, so one of the drills you can do, I think I've showed you this one before, but I'll just go through it. So you set up like a little bit of a handball game, and this is the release player, and there you've got a forward. So how the drill works is you play a simple handball game. Then the coach blows the whistle. This is the release player. So the release player's got to go this way or this way, depending on how the game is unfolding. So obviously the circle's got the ball. So they're going back and forth. They're creating. You can also do a 3-on-2 if you want to. So you create the loose. So once you blow the whistle, then it's a handball release. So it's really important that this player here gets in the vision of wherever the ball goes. Then there's a lead up. Or if there's a lead up, if he's free, if there's a good release. But if there's pressure, then you've got to work together. So say you say it's 3-on-2 in here, then it becomes 4-on-2. So then you've got to work the hand pass through and get it here. The whole purpose of this is to train this player here to be able to shift laterally to then be able to get in the vision. But also the training mechanism of this is for these guys, once the whistle is blown, to be able to look for the release. Then you can play on. You play footy from there. But in this situation, you've got to be able to try and get the release back. And this is what it's doing, like the Eagles I just showed in the video. It's creating movement from behind, getting in their vision, but also getting there to support. So I hope you enjoyed that video today. It's a massive difference between round 7 to the weekend when they played against Geelong. The ability just to work for each other in numbers, but also their hand pass. It wasn't putting their teammate under the pump. You saw with Kelly how he went towards Stewart. So got Stewart to actually make a decision. Not giving it too early. Take that grass. Go at the defender like you do in handball games. Then have the support from behind and then release the hand pass. Really impressive from the West Coast Eagles. And I hope that is the start of really then connecting all the way down the ground from how they were working the ball on their back half.